Hello, folks. Greetings from my little virtual room, which I wasn't in today because I was watching the new laser cartoons on HBO Max. Turns out, anybody who had HBO Go or had the cable package that my family has, yeah, I got HBO Max. It's kind of with our cable package. Anywho, folks. So, you guys are probably wondering, Bugsy, have you been working on nothing but old stuff? What about Team H? About that. Team H is still going to get work done. I'm still working on refactoring. It's just taking longer than I thought it was going to take. Because, again, I started looking at the script again. I was like, no. But I do kind of like the whole Amber and Danny are kind of using the, Phantom cycle. The Phantom cycle. Like, I like the idea, guys. I like the idea. We are going to keep it. So, anyways, guys, I'm just like, so yeah. Some people are asking who are going to be the big bads of this new universe. Well, Team H has a number of villains that are going to fight. Some from other universes, some from their universe. Um, the newly formed version of Team H, which will consist of the big three, which is comprised of both Ichi, Sukumaru of their universe and Haruka of theirs. Also, we're gonna have Travis Touchdown and Sonic and Mario in their respective universes. We get the Mushroom Kingdom, and the Mushroom Kingdom is kind of in that universe. So is New Dawn City. So there's a lot of heroes still. I was actually thinking of making a modernized version of the Flower Division, but we already have too many. We already have too many superheroes in Japan right now for Team H, so I can't really get more because I kind of want to put that Japan only has maybe the Zeller Scouts, um, whatever common rider that props up. And who else? I was gonna add the heroes from my Hero Academia, but no, I think I'll keep them in their own universe because that would totally lack a lot of consistency. Oh yeah, but I am putting Devilman in there too because Devilman's I would say Devilman is gonna be kind of like our he deals with the more supernatural shit. We're gonna have our own version of Spawn there too. Um, so yeah, that's probably where that Devilman idea of mine is gonna start. Um, all around the world is gonna be just heroes, and our version of New York, the Team version of New York, is gonna have the Gargoyles, and their stories are gonna take place after Web and Stone. Well, their stories their story may I don't know. I'm thinking of picking and choosing which Spider-Man is gonna be there. But I do want the spectacular Spider-Man kind of there. Only that Spider-Man's rogue gallery because I could put the whole Marvel universe in there, but then again it defeats the purpose. But I don't know. I think I might just have the Gargoyles by themselves and probably He pretty much goes to Goliath because He knows Goliath and he's Goliath. If any of the other Gargoyles want to join Team H, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to ask. We can use someone like you, Brooklyn. We can use someone like Brooklyn or Lexington, or even Broadway, and stuff like that. I was thinking, I don't know. I'm still thinking, will Ben get his own stories? Um, I don't know. I think he might just join Team H as more of a kind of a. I don't know. He may get his own stories, and I've been still kind of mulling that over, along with how cool would it be for certain characters who do have class specs to actually dual wield certain. They have two aspects, and what would that be like? I've been thinking about that, like, like, like. Okay. Let me explain this. So I'm like, so I'm just sitting at the table, right? I'm sitting at the table. Uh, fish. I was finished eating my food, and like my mom was asking me about like oxtails, and right then and there, I was thinking about the whole dual wielding class spec sort of thing. You know, I'm not telling you who's going to be dual wielding class specs because that spoils it. But I was in that train of thought, and then mom pulled me away from it for a minute. I was like, yeah, like I said, it's like you hesitated. I was like, well, I do. It's just I was thinking about that, and then and my sister jumped in and was like, no, he doesn't like accents. I'm like, I do. It's just Jesus. I was just thinking about the freaking glass bags. That's the thing about me. Whenever I'm like in deep thought about various things I'm writing, like everybody be like, "Hey, Bugsy, can you talk to me about this or this?" And I'm like, and it takes me a minute to really just you know, take me a minute to pull myself out of my train of thought and then go into what they're trying to talk to me about. And I'm just like, ew. I don't know. I just felt like talking about that because, like, dude, that is that is that's pretty much me and my writing process in a nutshell. If I'm like around my family, that is my writing process. And for that, I will throw the light on the light. Here we go. Hey, I wonder, can I throw the chair? I've never really done that. Yeah, let's throw the chair. Let's throw this chair. Eh. Okay. Actually, that kind of works. Hold up, maybe. So um, been thinking about that. My pal Data, my pal Data, um, still kind of wonders why I have Steam Universe in that universe. It's something I really wanted to commit to. It's something I wanted to give. I wanted to give He a reason why he's back, why he decided to be a part of all this again. I wanted him to actually have a reason why he's doing the things that he's doing. You know? After Chaos Lord War, he's pretty much after the Chaos Lord War, he's he pretty much needs someone to bring back that heroism he used to feel. You know, like the one thing I didn't say for my Steven Universe stuff, where I'm just like catching up to like the main parts of Steven Universe, like the stuff that you change your mind. He literally dons the super dude costume slash armor. He's like, oh yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time to be a hero again. I didn't. I cut that out, but yeah, that's what happens. He got the other bugsies, but yeah, he got attached with wear the red and blue, like he used to. And that's what brought. I would say that's what brought Ag back to the person he used to be. He still acknowledges what happened in the war. It's not like he's just like he's going back to that to not forgetting what happened. He still remembers. But I feel like as much as much as HE has like really changed, I feel like Steven brought him back to that time where he used to be a hero. Bad guys were bad guys. Good always triumphed against evil, and he was always the guy always that was always there for the people he cared about. And I think it's that desire of him wanting to still be that hero, wanting to still be wanting to still be that hero, that person that saves the day, even when he himself really didn't think he was worthy of it to begin with. I'm just looking at this. Hello, I have a placeholder model. It represented the cartridge you wanted. So anyways, like I said, like I'm saying guys, it's more of I would say it's more of like when it comes to AG's characterization, I like to think of him as a soldier who literally got better because he had more. Because back then, when he lost Harlan on around his universe, he felt like he had nothing to protect anymore. He felt like there was nothing to live for, but he went back to the city because he knew one day what Pink Diamond told him was to look after Steven and train him to be this world's protector, and he has. Pearl still kind of, I probably didn't convey this enough, but Pearl actually still kind of had reservations against. Um, Pearl had reservations against. Pearl has reservations against basically HE trying to train him because she wanted to train him. It's like, no, Pearl, listen. Pink told me that he goes like Rose told me to train him because he almost says Pink, but he's like Rose told me to train him, and I'm gonna do that. I mean, I get you had a thing for her. I get that, but she asked me to do it, and it actually grew into this big fight of like, because Pearl again, we're talking about Pearl from like season one onward before she really let it go, and HE was really like, I gotta train her because it's what she wanted. It was the last thing she asked me to do, Pearl. I get it. She was your Pearl. I mean, you were her Pearl. You were her Pearl. I get that. I get all of that. But she asked me to do it. It was the last thing she ever asked me to do before. You're not the only one that you're not the only one that misses her, Pearl. You're not the only one. You always think just because you have this bigger bond with her, you think that no one else knows your pain and knows how you're feeling. Let me tell you something, Pearl. I fucking hurt too. Not for the fact that I lost my brothers, and that's pretty huge, but I did lose her too before I even went in the war. You you even understand you're not the only one who feels the pain that other crystal gems do. They lost so they lost most most of the allies to the other war that I couldn't be a part of because I was drafted. I was drafted by my own people. And then she got with Greg, and then she told me to do the last thing, and I did. I'm doing it. I understand you have reservations. I understand you think you can do better, but she picked me for a reason. She picked me for a reason. I'm honoring her wishes. And then they do fight, and like H.E. literally, like they fight, but it's more emotional because he's like, Pearl, why must you always fight me? You're always threatened by me. Jesus. It's no it's not like I can take it's not like I'm taking Steven away from you. I'm trying to teach the kid how to fight. And then Pearl goes like, you? Now the people you lost before Rose is like low blow. That's a low blow, Pearl. That's such a fucking low blow. I get that you're hurting. I get that you're I get how you feel about this. That shit has never changed for either of us. The ship is sailed for me. I cared about Rose like a brother. I knew that a few reasons I pushed those away because didn't need I didn't need the extra. But the Pearl couldn't accept that maybe people didn't see maybe Rose didn't see you that way. But you still hung on to the what if thing. I hate Greg because you took away. He doesn't really. He does find out what happened to Greg and Amethyst, but he's like, Amethyst, you learn from that. Okay, we're cool. We don't have to talk about it. But like, yeah, he does clash with Pearl on like a lot of occasions, especially when she was training Connie. Like, H.E. was really, and I'm not gonna write this because I want to put this in video form. H.E. he was really kind of upset about it because it's like, you're teaching this kid to be a soldier, to give up her life willingly. What if it doesn't come to that, Pearl? Sometimes you gotta go into a fight knowing that you may not win, but you don't always have to sacrifice yourself either. They fight again. He's like, see, Pearl, you're you are sloppy because you're so angry, because you're so mad, because you're always trying to prove that you're better than me, prove that you're a mere pro and you can do better. Watch this, and like H.E. literally grabs a version of the Demon Blade because yeah, he has his own version of the Demon Blade for a reason. It was because he helped Etrigan this one time. Because he helped Etrigan this one time, and then he got the sword. It's not really the Demon Blade of the Chaos Lords, but that's a story for another day. So, so Ichi, um, so Ichi like literally beating Pearl and like, do you do you think you can do better? He's like, no, but I think you need to calm down because this is not helping Steve and this is not helping Connie. You just want to live. You just want Connie to be like you. You want her to pine for. You want her to pine for. You want her to pine for Steven like you do for Rose, and that's not cool. They're kids. Sure, Connie asked you for the training willingly, but you're putting all this heavy shit on her. She's just a kid. You need to think, Pearl. Because your actions do have consequences. You know that better than me. He's basically hinting at what Pearl and Pink did, and you really want someone. You want someone to be that. You want someone to be that scarred like you are now. That torn. Think about it. It's like, you know what, Karen? If you ever need an actual sword, the swordsman trainer, I can train you. But if you want to still train with Pearl, just know that comes with caveats. Just think what I gotta say. Just think what I gotta say, Mr. Hayesworth. Steven, you did good. You need to really work on your shield, though. Should be a little bit stronger, but we can work on that. Still, good job. It seems like he gave me a compliment. And she's like, don't let that go to your head, kid. Tomorrow, we got more training to do, and I need you at full physical condition. You know, I'd say now, in this version where Steam Universe feature is kind of different, I would say that Pearl and him are a lot more, they're more friendly to each other. But they both did. But okay, when the Rose Quartzes did actually decide to visit Steven, both of them both ran into the bathroom together, and like it's like I can't like, bro, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. They look just like her. And I think the more chilled one wants to, when I'm married and son. No, I'm gonna need the sick for a minute. I gotta scream. I gotta scream in the sink. Oh, I love that. I love that. Maybe that'll be a full story, but like honestly, but I feel like Steven still goes through most of the stuff that happens in the universe future, and still kind of goes through a little bit more trauma. Just well, kind of the same trauma, but some of it is mitigated because Angie teaches them how to meditate, and that works for a little while. And then it just all the stuff that happens builds, and then he does turn into the giant thing. But it's not Connie that kind of okay. It's not Connie that comes and tells him. It's actually Spinell because in my universe, Steven Spinell is a thing. You can say whatever you want, but this is the way it's going in my thing. She's the one that she actually just kisses Steven, and then where they're all like Steven, and Connie's still there as Steven's friend, but Spinell and him start they hold each other and start crying, both of them, because she was worried that she was gonna lose him, and he was worried that he was gonna lose himself and lose everything else, and boom. But everybody's like whole things, everybody's things are still the same. When they're talking to Steven and all that. So everything else is the same, but that's different. And AG's like, you turn, you turned, you turned the soldier into the hero that he needed to be again. I can't thank you enough, kiddo. But remember, I'm here for you too. Regardless of everything, I'm here for you. I want you to know that. You mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me, kid. You mean a lot. Spinell pretty much says, Spinell basically said he reached out to me when I had no one, and you're the reason I'm here right now. And everybody has their usual stuff. But that's the only thing that's different. And but Steven does go away from Beach City, but he does move a little closer to he does he does move a little closer to he moves a little closer to Empire City. He moves to Empire City though, and just lives there because Steven, because everything's in peaceful over at Beach City. He literally joins the he literally joins the Team H. He literally joins Team H. Like, and H is like, kid, you sure this is what you want? He's like, he's like, yes. He's like, yes. He's like, yes, Uncle. Are you sure? Because you're gonna deal with the same amount of stuff. I mean, we got villains that will kill me, you, anybody. Are you really sure you can handle this? Well, I may need a few weeks because I am seeing a shrink, but I would like to join Team H if you would let me. Kid, sure. But remember, if you need to back out of my team for any reason, I am not gonna blame you. I am not gonna say anything. You can just go. No questions asked. Your family, And I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna just back away or say anything to you. I'll be there right there for you. And I know you brought Spinell with you. Am I that obvious? Come on, man. I saw you take. I saw you take your dad's car and she was in the back seat. I was wondering where she was at, but I knew. But, kid, welcome, welcome, welcome to my world, But you will come back to Crystal Gems, right? Because let's see them every now and again. Because even though even though you may think they may not need you, they do. But you want to feel needed. But you want to feel needed. Remember, even if you're not needed everywhere, there's only one person that will need you. The person that cares about you. Either way it goes. Remember that. But hey, when you come back from the shrink, tell me when you're ready to really report into duty. Because at the end of the day, because we do need more people, but I'm not gonna force you into something if you're not ready just yet. So what about Danny Phantom guy? Is he joining? Well, Steven, he would, but he's pretty much got his own crew. What about that? What about what about Ben? What about Ben Tennyson? He's joining us. He's really starstruck that he's actually joining Team H. I actually wondered why he left the plumbers, but he just said that this. He said he'll always be a plumber, but he feels like he could do a lot of good. He could do a lot of good here. So he came. He decided to come here. And Steven just asked him a question. How's it how does it feel to have your own team back? Well, kiddo, it feels awesome. It feels I'm glad I'm doing I brought them back on that tracks. Pretty much that's pretty much most of the stuff going into most of the stuff with HE and the Dems and stuff. Oh yeah, and like the version of Zan in this universe gets with Jasper. Don't ask me why. It just fucking happens. Because Zan, his unlike his Mockverse counterpart, he still kind of has a grudge against. He still has a grudge against He, but he doesn't want to like kill him. He just wants to prove that he's better than him. And like Jasper fuels that competitive side in them, and they just kind of go from there. Um, what else? What else? I think Ben's not really gonna have much of his solo stories. He's gonna be with the team as a kind of ensemble job. Danny might still join. I mean, not actually join, but he'll show up. Like he'll show up occasionally. And we do got Ghostbusters International. You got the Ghostbusters International team, and they're just outside of New York. And we do have the Gargoyles in New York too. Also, Toontown. Yeah, I'm not kidding. We actually do have Toontown in the universe, and we actually do have Toontown. Straight out of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like, and I'm talking about all actual tunes, if you catch my drift. And yes, maybe Judge Doom will return. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but I kind of want him to come back. I don't even I don't even understand how. I'll understand. I will figure out how to bring him back after the whole dip situation, but that's gonna happen. Mm, I may write little tiny stories like Team H logs, and that's more about the characters and what they're doing when they're not fighting. They're not fighting crime. Doctor Cube is technically Doctor Cube is going to be the main villain for Team H for a bit. Well, because Kaiju Big Bell also does exist in our continuity, in Team H's continuity as well. Pretty much the whole Kamen Rider thing, like mostly mostly there's going to be a bunch of new Kamen Riders, but they all kind of exist in Tokyo. So they're also not they're fighting this new organization that is the new version of Shocker. They're also dealing with various Doctor Cube monsters as well. Also, Godzilla shows up, but we're not going to get into that just yet. Because Doctor Cube actually tries to control Godzilla. And that's going to go about as well as you all expect it to. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Again, I'm really behind on all the stuff because I've been working on all the stuff. So year one is going to be a little bit late than what I originally intended. But I still have hope. That's going to be pretty awesome. And a lot of the stories I'm writing are going to tie into each other. Even the All Stuck stuff is going to tie into Mockverse related stuff and Team H related stuff. Because TV is going to want to learn from all the other Bugsies. And because he has most of their abilities, he knows how to use them, but he doesn't really have technique. So he learns their techniques pretty much. And he has his own, so there that is. I don't know if the Rama Forever Rivals will tie into Team H, because there's like one Rama in this and in the Team H universe and one Rama in the Forever Rival universe. They're not really connected. But I don't know. They might cross over. Maybe DB might cross over with the rest of this big multiverse I have planned. As of now, though, Team H is kind of on hold until I can finish Act 1 of all stuff. So, there's that. So, yeah. And oh, yeah, Professor What will tie in. Professor What may cross over with some of the other universes that I've set up. So, there's that too. Yes, because I haven't forgotten about the Professor. I haven't forgotten. You're still going to be a part of everything you do. And oh yeah, Review Who will be more about the fan stuff. I want to just say that right now. Because, and the Time Lord Victorious. It's going to be more about that than the official, the, TV stuff. So be prepared for that. Everybody, peace. Remember, guys, the reason I may not make a lot of videos is because I'm just setting up a giant world of characters of different, setting up a multiverse of different characters, different worlds, different settings, different genres, and they're all gonna tie into each other, one way or another. Peace, everybody. I'm Bugsy No Name, and I'm signing out. Peace.